Welcome back to the What Do You Mean podcast. Happy Wednesday.
I just got so confused because it's not Wednesday for us.
Obviously.
I know. But
you gotta meet the listeners where they're at.
The fact that you said happy Wednesday and I was like, it's Wednesday?
Damn.
That threw me off big time.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Anyways, sorry.
It's Sunday for us.
It is Sunday for us. Happy Sunday if you're listening to this on a Sunday.
Make sure you get all caught up for our new episode.
Next Wednesday, baby.
Next Wednesday.
But yes, happy Wednesday. Hope it's going well. Happy hump day, if you will. That's what people call it, right?
Yeah.
When I was younger, I thought that was a sex thing.
Well, I think that's gross people our age at the time made it a sex thing because we were all in like 6th grade.
Yeah.
People are like, it's hump day, and everybody's like, huh,
yeah, exactly.
Hump day. And
I feel like this is so weird. I learned about hump day because of like radio DJs. And there was Magic FM in Colorado Springs. And it was like the edgier like pop radio station that my parents didn't like me listening to. And so, but they would always be like, happy hump day.
Wow.
And then they would make sex jokes and stuff on the radio.
You know what your voice sounds like right now? Have you seen the viral like Miley Cyrus zipper video?
No.
It's like a clip from her from the thing that we watched, that like concert live thing, whatever, and it's like a clip of her explaining her song, and you know how her voice is like so raspy, so she's literally just like, and it just like little anyway, and then it just like cuts to like a zipper. That's what amazing. You sound like right now.
Yeah. I went to a concert last night. It was a banging concert.
When he told me that this morning, and because I was like, your voice sounds weird. And he was like, I was at a concert last night. And I was like, ew, you were not screaming at that concert, were you?
I wasn't.
If I find out that you were screaming in the crowd.
I did sing. I sang along for 2 songs because most of the songs I didn't know.
Were you jumping? Were your hands up?
No, my hands never went up.
Okay.
My hands went up once at the very end when they left because they all did the little heart thing.
Oh, okay.
They did this thing.
So you just did a little.
And so then the whole audience was like, yes, we love you.
Okay.
Right? So it was an intimate, cute thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. With our boys.
Okay.
Half alive.
That better be the extent of it.
That was the extent of it. I was holding my jacket the whole show and also an empty drink cup that had a lime in it.
Nice.
So I couldn't put my hands up really.
So you would have, is what I'm getting.
I don't think I would have, probably. I don't think I would have at that particular show. Certain shows maybe. I would turn into a little bitch at the 1975.
You get a free pass for the 1975 because I know that's your favorite. But
because even Matt Corby, who is equal to the 1975 for me, I probably wouldn't because that kind of show wouldn't really warrant it, you know? Mm-hmm. But the 75, it's like you're dancing, you're vibing, hands are in the air. You're
Icks all
probably
around.
like losing clothes. You just don't even know what's happening, you know? It's an ethereal experience.
Would you throw your panties to Maddie Healy?
For sure.
Ty. We
know that I am a congressional member of the Church of Maddie Healy.
That's true. Well, I'm glad you had fun at the concert.
I was going to say, you know what was concerned when you said, you know what I sound like right now? I thought it was going to be one of those awful TikTok boys. And then Phineas always makes fun of them.
That's funny. Oh, my nose.
It's kind of like Machine Gun Kelly E, which is, he's like the quintessential TikTok boy, I feel like. I feel like every E boy is trying to be Machine Gun Kelly.
No shame in that.
Honestly, fair. Yeah. I don't hate him.
Good. He didn't do anything to you.
As a person, I actually like him a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you hear the thing about how I I still don't know if it's like real or not. It's probably fake. But you hear the thing about how he gave Megan Fox like her engagement ring. Basically, she can't take it off because it has like something, it would hurt her if she took it off. And so people are saying that she's like being abused or whatever. Like, I don't know. Heck? I don't want to like...
Wait, I thought they broke up.
I don't think they did. But everybody was saying that like she needs to get out of the relationship. It's like abusive or whatever. And they said that like the ring was designed to like not be able to be taken off without like ripping her skin.
What the hell?
I don't know if it's real or not. I just like, because I've heard people be like...
a wild TikTok conspiracy. And
I think it is, but I've heard people like either really defending it or really being like, no, that's literally just the shape of the ring. It's not going to cut her. So I don't know, but that was just an interesting take, and I want to like determine. I hope he's a good guy though.
Yeah, same. He had an Armchair Expert episode, and he was very, very interesting. Like, it was a really good episode. It was actually one of Dax's favorite episodes ever.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it was interesting. I gained a lot of respect for him as a human being. Jury's still out on like my opinion on his music and acting and stuff, because I haven't really seen any of his work, but cool guy.
Nice.
So, anyways, we've all
I was going to say something before we started the podcast, and I said that I was going to wait.
Oh, yeah. What were you going to say?
I was just thinking about the fact that, like, I feel like anytime we record a podcast, I look like butt. Like, I don't really get ready or anything. And that doesn't really mean anything for the people that just listen in, because, like, you guys obviously can't see me. But for the people that watch on YouTube, I'm so sorry. I feel like I look like a rat. But then I was thinking...
I don't think that's true at all.
Okay, well, thanks.
For the record.
Okay. He has to say that.
I don't have to say that. I could just stay silent, and I don't.
And I would honestly appreciate that, because I'm mid-sentence.
No, because I think you're hot and you're pretty all the time.
Okay, thanks. Anyway, though, I'm hoping it gives like Emma Chamberlain, because you know how like in her videos she does not give a shit like what she looks like, but then when you see her... Are you asking
the generalized? Do you know? You said
I've shown you Emma Chamberlain's videos before, bitch. If you're not familiar with Emma Chamberlain videos,
I'm familiar with Emma Chamberlain. I don't know her videos though.
But you know her vibe is like
one single vlog of hers where she was drinking coffee somewhere.
That checks out.
Which I think that's like her thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Otherwise, I know her from like the red carpet.
Okay.
With Jack Harlow and like Hot Ones. Anyways, sorry.
Anyway, because she's so like all or nothing, like she is either dressed to the nines at a red carpet event looking like the hottest thing you've ever seen, or she's just like being real in her pajamas, dark circles under her eyes, drinking coffee in bed. And like, I really respect it. I think that's like...
Honestly, I think feel like you give that same kind of vibe. Like, either you're like dressed and like you look so good.
Thanks. Or yeah, it's like...
And you're like, we're going to go take pictures on the sidewalk and I'm going to freaking destroy that sidewalk. Or you're like, I'm in sweats and I don't give a fuck.
And I think it's because like my wardrobe is kind of that way. It's like I either have like loungy clothes or I have like nicer going out stuff. Clothes. And so like I don't really have like a typical like I'm just gonna put on a pair of jeans and do light makeup. Like, no, I'd rather just not do anything. And that's why when we record I look like this half the time. I just felt like I needed to call that out
because I've been posting on YouTube more.
Yeah, and I'm hoping it's giving Emma Chamberlain, so just keep that in mind. I feel like I clean up nice, so
I would agree.
Thank you.
You also sometimes there is a happy medium for you, and it's that was the throat thing again.
Yeah,
sorry.
Heard it.
Like there's I was gonna say there's a happy medium, and it's like your hair is slicked, your makeup is done in an all gray sweats get up with your Nikes, and like I hadn't really met anyone prior to you, I suppose is the proper way to say that. That A, had the confidence to do that, and B, did that.
It's definitely a trend. So it's not just me. I definitely got it from...
I also feel like it's a more West Coast kind of trend.
Yeah,
that we don't see as... We see it more now.
We've started adopting it here for sure. And I'm glad we have, because like...
Same.
I love... That's like my ideal, is just like elevating something really comfy but making it a vibe. So I'm here for it.
Maybe it's not even a West Coast thing. It's like a New York or an LA thing. And I think Nashville is like hopping into it.
Yeah.
Which is cool. But in 2020 when we met, I didn't know anybody doing that. So
Yeah. I want to get more like sweat. I want to get more like cute lounge stuff so that I can do that more.
Yeah.
And feel more put together. Because right now I'm literally wearing like these Hanes men sweatpants that I got on Amazon that definitely shrunk in the wash. So they're like too short on me, but they fit my waist. And so I just look like a little boy wearing like my dad's tube socks.
I would be okay for if I got like some more expensive sweats.
Yeah, that's what I want because like those will last you and they just like feel a lot better.
Yeah, a little bit more like.
Because I feel like this set that you're like the sweatshirt that you're wearing, the pants that go with it are really nice.
They are nice.
They're a little hot.
They're too hot.
But they're a great like fall winter.
Yeah.
Outfit.
As long as we don't get the apartment too warm, because then it's like, well, shit, now I gotta find some less hot pants.
Yeah, maybe we should go to the mall soon and like, because I feel like my thing is like, I don't like to shop in person, and so that kind of makes it hard to find like a good sweat set, but I feel like you have to try them on to know if they're like the perfect sweats fit. And so I kind of feel like that's a scenario that I would want to like go to the mall and like try on nicer ones to see.
I could get behind that.
Cool. Let's do it today.
Okay.
Anyway.
Do we have any life updates before we get into it?
It's not a big one, but I feel like it's one worth noting.
Amazing. Let's hear it.
I think I decided that I'm growing out my bangs, which is kind of...
This is not just like a podcast life update. That's an update for me to know. I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, we had talked about it. I've told you that I've been like back and forth on it.
You've been back and forth on it for like 9 months.
My thing is like, if I grow them out and think like, this isn't really for me, it takes 2 seconds to cut them again.
That's true.
And then I would have bangs again. So
true.
I think like me and my hairdresser decided that we're going to go for like the trendy, like swoopy side bangs thing where you like get a roller and like roll them so that they have like volume, kind of like the 90s look.
Yeah. Like the more like.
Yeah. And so that way they'll still be like in front of my face. Like it's not going to be like, I'm still going to have like bangs covering, but they're just going to be like styled differently.
Cool.
So that's my update. I know it's riveting, but I have had bangs.
That is exciting.
I've had bangs since the pandemic.
As long as I've known you.
Yeah, because I cut them at the beginning of COVID, like when everybody was cutting bangs, but mine, like it wasn't a phase, like it actually stuck. Because I had them for 3 years.
I thought that you had them longer than that, honestly.
When I met you, I had only had them for like 8 months.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. So
they do suit you really well, but I am intrigued to see.
I think I'm like
the vibes.
I'm coming to terms with the fact that I definitely have a forehead on me. And you know what? I'm kind of, I don't know if I'm just delusional or if I've actually convinced myself that like, I kind of think it's a vibe to have a big forehead. Because I literally like, when I get insecure about certain things, I'll look up celebrities that have the thing that I'm insecure about. Like I literally looked up like big forehead celebrities because I can't think of a single celebrity with a big forehead that I look at and I'm like, ew, that's gross. Like Rihanna, freaking hot. Angelina Jolie is an icon. Like there's so many celebrities that have like bigger foreheads that just like own it. And I'm like, okay, if they can do it, so can I. But I still want a nose job. So
that was so out of left field.
Because I think my thing is like, because when you do like a slicked back hairstyle, it's like everything's out in the open, you know, your forehead, your bone structure, your nose. And so like, that's my thing is like, when I do a slicked back look, I'm like, does my nose look big and does my forehead look big? And so when I think it's like both of those things, I'm like, okay, one of these things has to change. And the forehead, unfortunately, is not going anywhere, but the nose can be tweaked.
Yeah. Unless you got like a hair transplant.
Which sounds, I've heard it's painful.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Because they literally like take hair from somewhere else.
Speaking of.
And like sew it into you.
Callback. Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah, he got a hair transplant.
Was great.
Honestly, yeah. I mean,
if you look at before and after pictures, he got hot. Not gonna lie.
It's crazy how things like that can like super alter your entire appearance.
Yeah, because he looks like a different person.
But like, I support it because, I mean, if it makes you more confident, who cares? You know, I don't think it's like shallow or anything. I mean, maybe it's a little shallow, but we're all a little shallow. Like,
we all have certain areas that we accept we're shallow about. And that's okay.
And it's like, fine. Like, we're literally humans. Sorry, we care about what we look like. Can we just admit it?
Yep. As long as it's not the most important thing to you in your life. Yeah,
as long as it's not like literally altering your life experience. But at the same time, it's like, I think I spend a lot of time being self-conscious about my nose, which is like a bummer, but it just is what it is. So if I were to get a nose job and that one thing made me feel so much more confident, who cares?
Spent less time thinking about it.
Yeah, like that actually makes my life better in the long run because it's taking up less of my...
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna.
In a
I'm
weird
sorry.
way, I feel like you then become actually less shallow because you're less concerned about how you look.
Yeah, and it's like I would rather spend money to deal with the thing that I'm insecure about than spend my entire life trying to train myself not to be insecure about it. You know, because it just like that takes up so much time.
Yeah.
And like, yeah,
And there's definitely like there are certain things that like you can't really change and you should learn to embrace them, and I think that's a healthy exercise, but it's also like some things, if you're spending a lot of time thinking about it, maybe it isn't a bad idea to do it if you have the means. Don't put yourself in debt to do that.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's probably a topic for another day.
Well, we thought it would be fun to start an episode series probably like the last week of the month of sort of like a pop culture TikTok recap, but more of like just catching Ty up to speed on certain trends at the end of each month, because I feel like he is constantly unaware of what's going on the internet, which is so funny because he spends like so much time on the internet, but you're in like such a niche space that I feel like you miss out on a lot of like the things that are happening. And so I thought it would be funny to just like get you all caught up.
Yeah, I do spend a lot of time on the internet, but yeah, my niche is all like filmmaking stuff. So like I watch a shit ton of YouTube videos, read a bunch of books, watch a bunch of TikTok, and it's all about filmmaking.
You know, it's funny.
And so then Monica consistently will be like, you know that trend? And I'm like, if it hasn't made it to filmmaker TikTok, I do not know that trend.
We were having a meeting the other day about just like some social strategy stuff for clients, and two of the other managers were like, yeah, like I don't really get YouTube shorts. I don't know who's on YouTube shorts. And I just like thought of you because I was like, Ty actually is so immersed in YouTube shorts. It's funny, but yeah, it's true. I feel like you're like very in on things that like aren't the most popular, but like are still,
they're big enough.
Right. Like they're big, but I feel like when you talk to people day to day, most people would tell you, oh, I'm on TikTok and this trend is really funny. And you'd be like, what?
That just means nothing to me.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it is a very like, well, and that's a whole different discussion about YouTube shorts, because it's like because there's been this discussion about YouTube shorts being the next TikTok for a long time.
I don't really think that's going to happen.
They were like the first one to roll something out similar to TikTok, but then it didn't really take off. But then the biggest thing is that YouTube pays so much better for their creators and treats their creators better than any other platform, TikTok included. The amount of money you can make on TikTok, nothing compared to YouTube. And then YouTube upped that this year in January, which is a big deal. And they included YouTube Shorts in it, which previously had not been a thing. So very interesting. It's an interesting discussion about like what people should be doing, what platforms should be doing for their creators.
Yeah, but
I
feel like in terms of the trends and stuff, like it's not about that. It's just about being entertained
at all. Yeah, because then I'm over here like, wow, they pay this much for so many views, and then you're like, yeah, but is it funny?
Yeah, like no. Sometimes I just like yes, I like to create on TikTok and like post stuff, but I also like love to just get entertained, and the trends are so freaking funny. Like the one that's like cracking me up right now is that one that we talked about with the guy that's like,
I don't know,
just hanging
around. That one is my favorite right now. I think that's so funny.
Who is that guy?
I have no idea. I think it might be from like a viral, like
I wonder if it's from like
something.
I almost like, it gives me the same energy as like Cops or something.
Yeah,
like when they bust somebody and they're like, what? I don't know. I don't know how that got there.
It also, it kind of is giving like the same thing as like the like I got bronchitis lady.
This might be one I don't know.
What? This is like the internet's heyday.
Hey.
No. The like, oh Lord Jesus, there's a fire. You know that lady? Mm-mm. She's like talking to the news about how there was like a fire in her apartment building. Mm. and she was like trying to get out of the building, and then they like, it was back in like early YouTube, and then they auto-tuned it and made it into a song, and it was like this whole thing. Anyways, so that it gives that same kind of energy though, of like being just a clip from like the news or something that went viral because that guy's funny.
Yeah, it's really funny. It's like one of those CapCut templates. I don't know if we're explaining it well at all, but it's like people will use it to things like the one that I referenced to Ty. It was when my boyfriend walks in on me planning our entire wedding on Pinterest, even though we're not engaged.
Yeah.
And the audio is like, what are you doing? It's like, I don't know, just hanging around.
Yep. It's so good.
The guy's face is what's so funny about it.
Because his eyes are so big. He's
it looks like morphed or something. Is it? Or is it just the angle?
I think, well, part of it too is like now because CapCut is like bringing in so many creators to create templates. I think some of the templates are like a little bit quicker done because there's a incentive. Now there's like a money incentive for creators to make good templates that do well. So I think it's just like, because I've seen a couple that are starting to go viral, but like you can tell the masking is not very well done.
Yeah.
Like it'll like cut off their face halfway through.
Yeah. Like the John Cena one.
The John Cena one.
You can kind of see like the green in it. That one's like funny though.
Not a great key. It's pretty funny.
Okay. What are, off the top of your head, what current like TikTok trends can you like name that you've seen? I'm just curious.
How current are we talking?
Like this month.
TikTok pivots so fast.
This month.
Like if I see a Pedro Pascal one right now, I'm like, God, dude, you are so behind. Which is like, that was maybe a month ago. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like this month.
Insane. So the John Cena one, which is pretty funny. I do enjoy that one. The one we were just talking about. I would have to scroll TikTok, I feel like, to like remember it. But there's also a bunch of like, there's a this one I feel like has stood the test of time, but the Ferris Bueller one, that's like, life's pretty short. Gotta take, what is it?
Yeah, that's more of just like the trending audio.
Yeah, but it's a trend. Yeah. You know, and people put it to, I feel like I see a lot of filmmakers use that, which is why I'm aware of it.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of those. You know which ones I've also seen? You've seen these ones, I'm sure. It starts out with the tweet that says like, sometimes all you need is your dad. And it's to that song from the Hannah Montana movie, like Butterfly Fly Away or whatever.
Wait, is that, then it...
And then it goes to like a text that the person had with their dad, or like it could even be like a carousel of text where it's just like their dad's being like just hilarious or like savage or just like,
and like not very responsive.
yeah. So there was one that I literally just saw this morning. It said like, sometimes all you need is your dad, and then it scrolled over to a photo, like a screenshot of their text conversation. She had sent a photo of her hand with an engagement ring on it, and the dad responded, "Okay." But then there's some that are so funny where the dads are just like, honestly, like borderline like rude,
right?
In their texts, like, I don't know, they're so funny. So that one's fun. I also saw one like people are doing new takes on it where it's like, this one was so niche, but it said sometimes all you need is your situationship, and it was like text between a girl and the guy that she's like with but not with,
right? And
it's just like so typical of like every situationship that it was just like really funny.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yep, I have seen those. I've seen the things my dog ate.
Yep, I had that one written down. Things my dog ate and survived. And
which I didn't know it when you posted one of Coop.
Yeah, so I posted one. So the trend started out as literally things my dog ate or has eaten and survived, and it like lists all these things like batteries, an entire chocolate bar, like all these funny things, and people are like, how the frick are these dogs still alive? But then it like evolved into like things my dog ate and survived, and it's like a really funny photo of them. And like Ty, I don't think understood what ate meant.
I knew what it meant, but it didn't, because of the way it was phrased. I was like fully expecting,
and that's the point, because like it switches to the photo and you're like, wait, right,
like, which also, in my defense, I I think I was a little too close to the subject on the first one because I know stories of actual things Cooper has eaten that he shouldn't have survived, like the espresso beans. Right? And then I knew that photo.
Why are you poking me?
Because it's important. And then I knew that photo, but like I didn't think about his butt in it. Right. But if I had seen like a photo of a dog I don't know and it was like a cheeked up dog, I would have been like, that's hilarious.
Cooper was so cheeked up in that photo.
He was, but it also
he's like in the shape of an S and his ass is like a shelf.
Yeah. I also think like for me, that photo, I think more of his belly than of his butt.
Guys, do you see what I have to deal with?
Yeah. I know.
You make it so technical. It's not that deep.
I know, but I'm explaining why it didn't make sense.
You don't need to.
It just didn't make sense to me. That's all.
Okay.
I'm just old.
Yeah.
I'm an old man.
But he saw it and like stared at it for so long before it clicked in his brain. And I was like, have you not seen this trend? Like, because it was everywhere when I posted it. I waited like a few days because at first I wasn't going to partake. But then when I kept seeing it, I was like, okay, like maybe I'll add something to this. So I thought for sure you had already like seen a bunch.
Had not seen any.
My favorite though is when people do it with themselves. Like they'll be like things I ate as a child and survived. And it's like a really funny photo of them like dressed up and whatever.
I've seen that quite a bit more recently, actually, because I saw the dog one a little while ago, and I feel like I've seen that one more recently. Maybe I'm behind again. Who knows?
Gosh, I love TikTok. But yeah, that one was really good. And then there's a new one that I actually want to do. It just started. I don't know. It might be over, honestly, by the time this episode comes out. But
probably.
It's you use like a childhood photo of yourself. Like I would start with a childhood photo of me with text on it that says like, I wonder who my husband will be. And then it goes to a childhood photo of you and it'll be like me, duh. Or like depending on the photo of you, like if you're doing something sassy, it could be like funny or text like you're looking at her, bitch, or like, you know.
Right.
It's just like a cute showing like old photos and whatever. Okay. It's like a simple one that's just cute.
I can get behind that.
That one's like less funny. It's more like wholesome.
Guaranteed I will not see that come across my For You page.
Yeah, probably not
a chance unless
but
you
it's
do
weird
it.
Because I feel like we also have like very similar For You pages because we send each other this, like we'll send each other a TikTok and the other one will be like, oh, I just saw that like all the time. So I guess that's part of the reason why I'm surprised that you don't see a lot of these.
You know what it is? I'll see that, but it'll be someone will take that trend and they will go they'll post a photo of themselves as a kid.
I wonder what I'll be when I grow up.
Wonder what I'll be when I grow up, and then they'll post the poster to like their shitty short film.
Stop.
You know, like, or hopefully it's not, but like, or they'll post like their reel or, you know, a photo of them on set, or, you know, that's what I'll see instead. And so I'll still get the trend, but it won't be what it was initially created as.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I feel like those types of trends, I like when the trends evolve into other...
Yeah, into a secondary trend.
Yeah, like a trend of the trend.
Yep.
The one
I feel like all the Pedro Pascal ones did that. Yeah. Where they started off as like one thing and then they like devolved into something entirely different.
Yeah. I feel like the one that is the most relevant for you would be the Wes Anderson trend right now.
That's true.
Because I was surprised. I'm honestly surprised at that one, that like so many people are jumping on it. Yeah. Because that feels like more filmy to me, but it's like if you're not familiar with it, it's like my friends before going to lunch, like, please don't make this into like, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's basically just like a vlog of your day, Wes Anderson style. And it's like funny.
Which is funny for you too, because you've never even seen a Wes Anderson movie.
The thing is though, I can hop on a trend quick enough to get the context. And since I've seen enough videos, I know what the vibe is now.
I will say, I haven't done that trend.
You should.
I'm too late. It's already over.
No, it's not.
It'll be over by the time I get something done.
It doesn't have to take that long.
The way to do it well though, this is what frustrates me about that trend, is that some people are so bad at it.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, you can sit here and judge other people's TikToks, or you can go make your own.
You're right.
So you should.
Just because, like, Wes Anderson, the whole thing with Wes Anderson is, like, symmetry. That's the thing. And, like, some of them, I'm like, yo, That was garbage.
You sound pretentious.
I sound really pretentious.
And if you're not going to make a video to show other people how it's done, then you have no room to talk.
I have seen, but that's the other thing is I've seen some that are so good that I'm like, I don't want to compete with that. Like,
you
that's
can't
so
do that.
sick. And it's like, I'm impressed by it and I respect it. And most of the time I've commented on it and been like, you destroyed this. Like, this was the one.
Here's the thing. You make it too deep. I feel like, because if you sit around thinking like, oh, it's not going to be as good as this person, or it's too late. Yeah, it's going to be too late. But if you just do it, that's the point of TikTok. You got to just like jump on the trend as soon as you see it.
Yeah. I don't know. I've most of the trends I've had like zero success with, and all of my original things have done really well.
Have you seen
So I tend to just lean into that.
Have you seen like the side eye trend?
I did see that one for a little bit.
Because I feel like that's one that like I would reference, like if something annoyed me or whatever in real life, I'd be like, side eye. And I feel like there are things like that I do a lot, and you're like, wait, what? I'm like, wait, you haven't seen that TikTok? And you're like, no. Yeah. But I feel like this month you're actually I'm pretty on board. You're pretty on board.
Last month I think I missed a few.
Yeah, and I don't even remember at this point because, like you said, it does move so fast. Wait, let me see what else I have.
Do you remember when they created that audio of like old audios and everyone was like, oh, this is like a nostalgic trip?
Yes, because it takes you back to COVID.
But it wasn't even that long ago. Like, it was less than 6 months previous.
It was like Say So and Renegade and
yeah, I don't remember. I feel like it happens every like 6 months. Someone will make one.
And it makes everybody like so nostalgic.
And everyone's like, oh shit, like this was so long ago. And then you think about it and you're like, that was in January.
Well, it's kind of crazy. I feel like ever since the pandemic, time just feels like not real. And with like how fast paced social media is, it's crazy how much like quicker you can feel nostalgia for something. Cause like, and I think about like the people that like going back to like the pandemic and like those audios and stuff. Mm-hmm. The people who were in high school when that was happening, that must feel like the weirdest thing. Cause like I can only imagine if I was like in high school and the pandemic was happening and like I was on TikTok a lot because I thought I just had like a really long spring break or whatever. Like, yeah. Anyway. Yeah. I feel like that's all I had for TikTok stuff, but I wanted to really? Like, well, yeah, cause
Word. I do. Then that makes me feel good because I was aware of pretty much everything except for the zipper thing, which was a freebie.
Yeah, that was a freebie. But that one was funny. Have you heard about Taylor Swift and her boyfriend breaking up? This isn't like super groundbreaking news.
Didn't I tell you about that?
I don't think so.
I did see about it though. Yes.
Okay. I'm not going to lie to you. I forgot she was dating somebody.
Yeah, I did.
Apparently it like sent people into a full-on frenzy though.
I'm sure.
But it was one of those things where it was like, well...
I feel like anything Taylor Swift does sends people into a full-on frenzy at this point.
Apparently, though, she like was seen with her like old posse in like a recent photo. Like it was like Gigi Hadid and some other people. I don't remember who. Huh. And apparently she's like getting the squad back together. And so people are like, oh my gosh, is she like back in her 1989 era? Because I guess that's like... Yeah, I'm kind of excited to see like what music comes from this, you know? Yeah. Like, I don't think it's going to be anything like petty or anything like that, but I'm just curious like what this new era is going to be. Yeah. So that was one thing. And then this is one like I can't really speak to, but I told Ty, you. Yeah. It's hard when I'm talking to you and also to other people.
Yeah, true.
But I already told you we need to start watching Vanderpump Rules because apparently Scandival is happening right now. What? It's like a scandal going on. And I just want to be in the loop so bad because apparently it's like so much drama. And I think we need to start watching so that we can like speak to it and give like our thoughts on it every week. Oh. Because it's like a huge thing right now.
Oh, okay.
It's just like a reality TV show. Apparently,
Once again, I've never heard of this before.
It has like 10 seasons, I think. I was talking to my hairdresser about it the other day, and she was like, yeah, essentially, like, they all work at this restaurant or whatever, where I could be completely botching this. I have not watched a single episode yet.
Reality TV? Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's one of those things where, like, it started out fully reality, and now it's probably a lot more, like, producer-driven, but there is, like, drama in it that is, like, absolutely bonkers. Okay. Apparently the scandal right now just has to do with like cheating and crazy stuff. And it's like,
classic.
I was listening to the What We Said podcast, and JC was like, it's literally like people will be absolute best friends, like the level that me and Chelsea are on, like very close best friends, and will just like go sleep with their best friend's boyfriend while they're still dating. Like just absolutely. And like, can you imagine that?
What?
Like, yeah, it's like crazy stuff like that. And it's like complete trash, but it's also like, I have to be in on that. Like, I want to see that drama unfold so bad. So I think we're going to start watching it. Ty doesn't get a say, but he always gets to pick the movies. So I feel like I get to pick the shows, at least the reality shows. Right now we're watching Dance Moms, and that's been fun.
That's fair. I did choose White Lotus.
White Lotus is really good, though. We started watching that. We're very late to the game.
We're so late. So that is where that's where I'm ahead of the trends, is on like what it's normally the HBO shows that I'm like, we need to get on this because everybody's talking about it every Monday after Sunday night HBO show, because I got us on Last of Us.
I don't like shows that I have to wait for, so I'd rather it fully be out. I live in that instant gratification era.
You say that, but then like you live for when Euphoria is coming out each week.
Well, and when The Last of Us was coming out each week.
And
I like, the thing is though, with Euphoria, I couldn't avoid spoilers for some reason. But with The Last of Us, I didn't really see anything that would give much away. So I
had to avoid spoilers hard.
I had to avoid it hard for Euphoria because everybody our age, I don't know.
See, I think everybody our age was also watching that. They're also watching Succession right now, and we're behind on it by all seasons.
One thing at a time.
Yeah. We also got to watch Beef.
Okay.
On Netflix, because
apparently. Is it about hamburgers?
Nope. It is an Asian American led show. It's by A24. Oh. It's like one of A24's first team ups with Netflix, I think. Netflix.
Okay. Well,
they just flick you in the neck.
Nice. Okay. Well, we'll see how these types of episodes continue to progress.
Yeah.
But
I do like the catch up for me. It's nice.
Yeah. There wasn't a ton to catch you up on this month. I was kind of expecting. I think I also didn't really prepare as much as I wanted to.
Yeah, we kind of had this idea end of last week.
So I'm going to start kind of just like jotting down notes of things throughout the month that I want to like bring up in these episodes.
Yeah.
And see how much Ty remembers / knew about.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll do it last Wednesday of every month?
Yeah.
Is the pop culture recap.
Yeah. And trying to think, I had something else to say.
We got to come up with a better name for that.
I just had like Ty's trend recap. Oh, I did think of something that's like a what do you mean for me.
Oh, you got a what do you mean?
Yeah.
Should you write it down and we do a what do you mean episode?
No.
Okay, great. What do you mean?
Can we talk about hiccups? Because last night I was babysitting. I was putting the little girl to bed. She's a baby. She's like 8 months old. And she just like got the hiccups. And I was like, what a weird
sensation.
Thing.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a weird sensation. And like, why does it happen? I get like it happens something with like the air and your whatever.
Yeah, it's your diaphragm.
But why do you go, I bet that's going to give me hiccups, honestly.
Yeah,
like,
I think it's an asynchronization with your diaphragm and your lungs. I think
it feels like a glitch in the human matrix.
That's exactly what it is. It's like your body gets out of rhythm with itself, and it's like, fuck, what's going on?
Yeah, it's weird.
It's very weird.
Like, and you can't control it, and it just like catches you.
Yeah, and there's no way to like fix it really.
And it's like it doesn't fully hurt, but whenever it happens, you're like, oh my god, this is so annoying.
It's so annoying.
And it's like you can't swallow,
or therefore excruciating.
Yeah, and it's like you try to swallow or something, and then you're like mid swallow, and then you're like, ugh. Yeah. So it's just like,
and then you're like
very uncomfortable.
Yeah, the whole thing is a mess.
Yeah, and
that's fair. That's a good. What do you mean?
They always come up so randomly too. Ty gets them after he eats Sonic Tots, which makes no sense.
Holy shit, I forgot about that. That's the biggest issue with that too, is that I always forget, and I'm like, damn, I love Sonic Tots, and literally every time I have the hiccups.
I'm like, how is it like your synchronization is off? Something in that food is causing you hiccups.
Yeah.
Or maybe you just eat them so fast.
You always say that. I don't think that's it though. Because I eat them as fast as I would eat any fries.
Yeah.
Fries don't give me them.
That's just all I could think of though, because like if it has to do with like your breath.
Yeah, no idea.
That's bizarre. I don't know.
It's so weird.
Yeah. Anyway.
I've had some big ass yawns on this episode.
Yeah, you just gave me one. Sorry, I hope we weren't boring
I'm over
you guys
here
to tears.
crying over that one.
Wow. All right. Well, let us know if you guys enjoyed this episode. Honestly,
you should give us like your favorite trends and like pop culture moments for us to look at, because that would help us out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you enjoyed this episode, oh my gosh, I'm yawning now too. Oh. If you enjoyed this episode, feel free to leave us a rating and review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify.
Be sure to give us a follow on your social media of choice, but I will say YouTube is kind of our most active at the moment.
Yeah, if you guys ever want to like watch this, we actually have all of our episodes, or most all of our episodes.
Most of them. I'm a little behind at the moment, but I should have all of the episodes up.
But any soon. Like new episodes, like this will be up.
Yeah. And with that, we'll like cut up some little segments so you can watch like funny pieces of it without like watching the whole episode, if that's more your speed. Mm-hmm. Some YouTube shorts. Mm-hmm. Just the whole 9. So if you feel like doing that, giving us a follow, giving us a like, a comment, all of that helps.
Yes. And a reminder, we do have a Google form, and you guys can kind of use that however you want. But if you want to drop any like episode ideas, feedback, whatever, that would be super helpful too. And I feel like that's everything.
I think so. I think we covered it.
Great. All right, guys. Have a great rest of your week, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. I forgot to say it.